Chapter 9: Food for Plants and Animals. Pave the way. Hey, let's read some wow facts. The earth has more than 80,000 species of edible plants. 90% of the foods humans eat come from just 30 plants. 70,000 plant species are utilized for medicine. Bamboo is the fastest growing woody plant in the world. The Amazon rainforest produces half of the world's oxygen supply. Trees are the longest living organisms on the earth. The tears during cutting an onion are caused by sulfuric acid present in them. Strawberry is the only fruit that bears its seed on the outside. Let's begin. Everything we eat or consume comes directly or indirectly from plants. But what plants eat to grow? This is the big question. Come and let's find out, how do plants make their own food? Carbon dioxide plus water, sunlight, chlorophyll, sugar plus oxygen. The green plants that make their own food are also called autotrophs. Using sunlight, water, and carbon dioxide, they prepare their food. Plants get sunlight from the sun. Small pores of the leaves absorb energy from sunlight, water from the soil, and carbon dioxide from the air. The process by which they make their food is called photosynthesis. The process of photosynthesis takes place in the leaves. The products of photosynthesis are sugar, oxygen, and water vapor. The sugar released during photosynthesis is converted into starch, and oxygen is used by humans for breathing. The food produced by the plant is used for its growth, while the rest is stored in different parts of plants. Potato, beetroot, carrot, etc. are the examples of food stored by plants. You must know, there are some plants that eat insects as their food. Such plants are called carnivorous or insectivorous plants. These plants have adapted to grow in places where the soil is thin or poor in nutrients, especially nitrogen. So, they get the nutrients by trapping insects. The examples of such plants are Venus flytrap and pitcher plant. Like plants, animals also consume food for their growth and survival. Different animals have different eating habits. They depend either on plants or animals for their food. So they are also called consumers or heterotrophs, because they cannot make their own food. Now let's see what different animals eat. Herbivores. Herbivores are those animals which eat only plants or plant products. Some examples of herbivores are camel, buffalo, goat, sheep, etc. These animals have strong teeth to chew their food. They are also called primary consumers. Carnivores. Carnivores kill other animals and eat their flesh. Some examples of carnivores are lion, tiger, fox, etc. They are also called secondary consumers. Omnivores. Omnivores eat both plants and flesh of other animals. Examples of such animals are dog, monkey, bear, etc. Scavengers. Scavengers eat the flesh of dead animals. Examples of such animals are hyena, vulture, wolf, raccoon, etc. They keep the environment clean. Parasites. Parasites depend on other living animals for food. They live on or within the body of other animals. Mosquitoes, leeches, hookworms, roundworms, etc. are some examples of parasites. Food chain and food web. Food chain. Food chain is a linear sequence which starts from producer and ends with decomposer species, and it follows a single path. From the food chain, we get to know how organisms are connected with each other. Important components of food chain. The sun is usually seen at the beginning of most food chains. Nearly all of the energy used by living things to survive on the earth comes from the sun. Producers are the plants that produce their own food from sun, water, air, carbon dioxide, and soil. Consumers are the animals that consume other plants and animals. Herbivores eat only plants while carnivores eat flesh of other animals, and omnivores eat both plants and animals. Decomposers are the organisms such as fungi, bacteria, worms, etc. They feed on decaying plants and animals and decompose them back into the soil. The soil can then be used by plants to grow. Food web. Many organisms eat different kinds of food. Therefore, food chains do not occur independently in nature. The network of food chains linked together is called food web. A balance in nature is maintained between different animals and plants through food chains and food webs. Food webs show how plants and animals are connected in many ways for their food, whereas food chains follow single path. Must try. Search and make a case study on the preparation of food by a leafless plant like the cactus plant.